Hello, this is Miss Goodwin, and today we are going over Objective 6.1, Area and Perimeter. The objective is that we can find the area and perimeter of simple and composite shapes. Now, this will be split into two parts. The first part will be simple shapes, and the second part will be composite shapes. So let's look at the definitions of perimeter and area first. Perimeter is the length of the outside of a closed geometric figure. So the length of outside of a closed geometric figure. Now we have our little oval here. The perimeter is the outside bit, however long that is. Now the area is the total space taken up by the 2D figure or the 2D shape. So all of this on the inside is our area. Now, let's look at a few formulas that you'll need to solve the problems. So, our first shape that we're going to be looking at is a rectangle. Now, perimeter is the outside. So, with any shape, if you know the lengths of the sides, you could just add them together. The rectangle, if we know the width and length, we could use the formula 2 times W plus 2 times L, or you might see these switch, 2L plus 2W. Area is length times width, multiplied together. Parallelogram, this is a four-sided shape, a quadrilateral, where the opposite sides are parallel with each other. Now, the perimeter looks very similar to the rectangle formula. 2A plus 2B. So this side multiplied by 2 plus this side multiplied by 2. In the area formula, now this one, it still looks very similar. It's height times base. But the height comes from the inside of our parallelogram, or it's just how tall the shape is on the inside, from the lowest point to the highest point. Now, triangle, again, our perimeter, we could just add all the sides, so A plus B plus C. Area is 1/2 the base times the height. You might also see it as area equals the base times the height divided by 2. Both of those are the same thing. Trapezoid, the perimeter, once again, is all the sides added together. A plus base 1 plus base 2 plus C. And the area formula is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. And last but not least, we have our circle. Now with the circle, we also call the perimeter the circumference. The circumference of the circle is 2 times pi times the radius. Radius is the length of half the circle. You might also see it as pi times the diameter, where diameter is the full circle, the width of the full circle. Now, the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. And if you forgot, pi is equal to 3.14. Now, let's look at a few practice problems. Okay, I'm going to go over the left half of these problems and show you the answers for the right half. I want you to try the right half on your own after seeing my example on the left. So we want to find the perimeter and area of each figure below. First, we have a rectangle with a length of 6 and a width of 4. The perimeter is 2 length plus 2 width. So we get 2 times 6 plus 2 times 4. which gives us 12 plus 8, which gives us 20. So our perimeter is 20. Area is length times width, which is 6 times 4, which is 24. Go ahead, try this one on your own. And there is the perimeter and area. Now let's look at the parallelogram here. Perimeter is 2a plus 2b. A is 2, so you get 2 times 2 plus 2 times b, which is 4.5, which gives us 4 plus 9, which is 13. So perimeter is 13. And area, that's going to be base times height, which is 4.5 times 1, which is just 4.5. So these are our perimeter and area of the first parallelogram. Go ahead, try this one. Pause the video if you have to. And there is our perimeter and area. Now here we have a triangle. The perimeter is just all 3 sides added together. So we get 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is equal to 12. So our perimeter is 12. And now our area is 1/2 the base times the height. Now there's a thing here. Notice that we have a right triangle, which means the base and height are perpendicular, which means that the side itself is actually our height. Now this is only with right triangles. So our area is 1/2 base times height, which makes it 1/2 the base, which is 3, and the height, which is 4, which makes this 1/2 of 12, which is 6. So area is 6 and perimeter is 12. Now go ahead, try this triangle. Pause the video if you have to. And here is the perimeter and area of this triangle. Now we have a trapezoid. Perimeter is, of course, all 3 sides added together. So we're going to do 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 14, which is 13 plus 22, which is 35. So the perimeter is 35. Now let's do the area. So area is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. So we get 6 plus 14 over 2 times 7. The height is here in the middle. That leaves us with 20 over 2 times 7, which is 10 times 7, which is 70. So our area is 70. And our perimeter is 35. Had to add a little more information to that, my bad. But here is your trapezoid. Go ahead, try this one. Pause the video if you have to. And here is our perimeter and area of this trapezoid. Now let's look at the circle. Now the circumference, remember, is 2 times pi times r. And the area is pi r squared. So let's look at this. Circumference is 2 times pi times 8.7, which gives us 17.4 pi. Now in some cases you could just leave it like this, or if you want to multiply, you could do 17.4 times 3.14, which gives us 54.6. So that is our circumference. Now we need to do the area. Area is pi times 8.7 squared, which gives us pi times 75.7, which again, you could leave it as 75.7 pi or multiply it by 3.14, which gives us area equal 237.7. And that is the area of our circle. Now go ahead, try this last one. Pause the video if you need to. And here's the circumference and area of this circle. Now go ahead, take a little break, maybe try a few practice problems for simple shapes, a few more, and then I'll see you in the next video where we talk about area of composite shapes.